Hello, it's Matthew Williams here, and I'm just bringing you this video to have a little rant at the pricks that continually comment on my channel. Now, I know I should come to expect this because it is YouTube, and of course the type of person that probably watches videos on YouTube is like me, who makes prickish comments on other people's videos too. But anyway, this is the retort. The user, I don't know, he's got his name like T834GL or something, whatever that means. He keeps on saying, like the News of the World circle that I made as a demonstration. He's saying like, oh, it's, you say it's perfect and it's not perfect, it's bloody rubbish, and it's like, I mean, this is the design, right? That's what we did, and basically, I wanted to do something that showed interference patterns because that was prevalent that year. I didn't want to show something that was like, a direct copy of something that had been done, because then there would be ructions in circle making camps, because I'd be copying something that had been done and it would be blown out of the water. So I went for something that was fairly simple, easy to execute, a bit of a no-brainer, that meant that we weren't going to be struggling in front of the news people. It was a hot day, and when you do stuff at night, it's a lot easier to work, a lot harder, because it's cold, and therefore the more you work, the more you build up heat. But in the middle of a sunny day, it was a sunny Sunday, the more you work, the more you sweat your tits off. Yes, so I didn't want this to be something that was, completely unachievable in a manner that was going to make us look, stupid in front of the cameras. So I went for something that was fairly easy to do. Now then, this is the design that I had on paper. As you can see, the paper's a little bit sort of bent over. But what I've done is I've basically inverted it, so made it negative, so that you can see what the design is meant to be looking like against that, because as you can see, the bits in the middle, they're black, and on my design I went for the inverse of that, so that the white bits are actually the flattened bits. Okay, so in fact, I mean, no, the design is actually correct. The design is correct because what we do is we flatten the dark bits on the design. So we flatten the dark bits. So if you look at it, right, I flattened the red coloured in bits, so you end up with flattened red coloured in bits. But of course it gives you the inverse of what you actually have on the paper. That's normally the way we do it, is the black is the inverse. So anyway, I've inverted it so you can see it the way it's meant to be. And I mean, go compare. That's all I'm going to say, is go compare, right? And what you'll notice is that the real fundamental difference, because apparently my design is completely different to what appeared in the field, yeah, right? So you go and check it out, okay? And I'm going to count it now, sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 sections there. And I'm going to count this one, so it's like top is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 sections there. So there's 15 sections in that one, and there's 15 sections in that one. Okay? Now the only major difference, I would say, and it is a major difference, but it's actually, in the scheme of things, piddly, right? But the only major difference you can spot straight off is that in this one, at the top, at the very top of the centre band, you have a very small arc, a very small half circle, right? And in the original design on paper, I didn't actually bother putting that in. I thought I'd leave it as a segmented, just a big line going across. So I decided to, in this one, put the little semicircle in to finish it off. It seemed to make sense when out there in the field. Okay? The only other things that I've been able to spot that are just very slightly different is on the left hand side and on the right hand side of the circle. Because of the measurement tolerances we used, some of the cut off squares that are actually sort of cut off on the edge look a little bit different between the design. Okay, so that's all it is. You just got, like, there's an extra, there's a little bit of difference, yeah. But I mean, study it, yeah? Have a look at the design, yeah? I've put the two up next to each other, so you're not having to watch the video and fast forward it and rewind it. There they are next to each other, alright? I mean, screen grab them like I've done. Screen grab them, yeah? Sit them on the screen next to each other, yeah? And actually look at them side by side. And you tell me if they don't look the same. I mean, I could even do it in Photoshop for you now, just so you can actually sort of compare the two side by side. I can't believe I'm actually going to go to this stupid length just to bloody prove a point. But anyway, right, okay, there we are in Photoshop. I've got the two of them. Let's create a nice big picture. I'm sorry this is going to get a bit boring, but I'm not going to re-record this because I'm getting bored with this crap. So anyway, let's drag this in Photoshop. Come on. Right, it's hard to do this quick. But I mean, isn't it pathetic when you get people sort of like whinging on, you know, like, there's fucking nothing like the real thing. It's fucking nothing like the real thing. The real thing's fucking really great, and what you do is really shit. You're really shit, but the real phenomena's really great. It's like, well, fuck you, you anus. But you do get this a lot. You do get this with people a lot. So I am kind of used to it. But I mean, like what I say is, why don't you just get out there yourself and make one then? You know, it's like you're so bloody clever. These people who sort of like come along and say like, you know, you didn't know what you're doing. You know, well, go out and make one yourself. Go out and make one, and then, you know, call me a wanker then. So right, let's save this picture. Save as. I can't save it as that. I can save it as number 5. And I've got to come back into this, and then I have to call up the folder again. Oh, it's really boring, I know. If you want to stop the video now, stop the video now. But if you want to watch the finished sort of side by side, it doesn't fit in the frame because it's 4 by 3. This is what we got. Oh, it does. It squishes it. Oh, great, because on the thumbnail it won't show it, but when you put it on screen it squishes it. Aha, right, okay, so you can see what I'm saying now, right? There's the two of them on screen together, right? Have a look, see what you think, okay? As far as I'm concerned, they're pretty much bang on. They're pretty much bang on. I mean, there's going to be tolerance differences. There has to be. I mean, look at my original design, for instance. I mean, one thing I can see to start off with, which, you know, isn't there, is the outer encompassing circle line. Yeah, that's not actually there. Yeah, in the design, that's something that you have to add in to work with it. So, you know, there's a difference for a start. But I mean, would you consider it a major difference? I mean, I've put a circle around it so that we can work within the circle. Then, you know, you've got all the segments are there. There's 15 of them. You know, the only difference, like I say, top and bottom, these little circles. So, bloody people, and they're moaning on fucking YouTube. Anyway, right, thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.